Right, time now for Media Watch, and I'm joined on set by James Creedon. James, good to see you. Good
Likewise.
evening. We're going to start with what we were just talking about a couple of minutes ago, the first debate in the run-up to French elections next year, French presidential elections. It's a primary debate on the French right, and it's just starting in a few minutes from now.
That's right. So just a quick look. Mark Perlman was telling us about all of the different issues that may come up in this primary debate, first of three. But let's take a look at how the French media is looking into it. As this headline in Le Monde says, a first debate with under high tension, or a lot of tension in the run-up to it. We've got 7 candidates, and of course Juppé, who is pictured on the top there, third from the left, and Nicolas Sarkozy directly below him are the two sort of front runners. Alain Juppé ahead in the polls. Now, a lot of people are wondering, is it going to be a dirty debate? Is it going to be the likes of what we've been seeing in the American election? Massive degrees of mudslinging. Right. Nicolas Sarkozy has several investigations, judicial investigations into different aspects of his political career. This could indeed be very damaging for his hopes. And so many people are wondering, is it going to be brought up? Now, Alain Juppé, who himself in 2004 was embroiled in a court case over fake jobs at the Paris when he was when Jacques Chirac was the mayor of Paris. It's a kind of a complex and long story, but he spent some time in exile in Quebec over that, in fact, and he did have a condemnation in the courts. In any case, when asked, Nicolas Sarkozy made reference to that, and Alain Juppé on the radio this morning said it's better to have a judicial past than a judicial future. In other words, I have had court rulings against me in the past. Well, Nicolas Sarkozy will have some down the line. Right. So that's pretty nasty.
Present day stuff.
Right.
Wow.
And so this headline here says, who will dare to strike Sarkozy first? So Sarkozy, of course, being, I suppose, the candidate with the most numbers of Achilles heels. Normally you only have 2, but I think he has more than 2 Achilles heels. And, well, here you have Juppé appearing to sort of glove up, so to speak, in preparation for this duel. But Nicolas Sarkozy seems to be ready with some ammunition of his own. What else do we have? Well, Jean-François Copé. Now, he was the leader of the UMP party, the since rebranded Les Républicains party, for Nicolas Sarkozy's re-election campaign in 2012. Now, there's a whole scandal of alleged misuse of public funds for Nicolas Sarkozy's campaign re-election. It appears to have gone over budget, and the party appears to have hidden some of those costs. It's quite a complex issue, but Jean-François Copé took the fall, if you like, for overspending in the 2012 re-election campaign of Nicolas Sarkozy, which he claims he knew nothing about. It was all being managed by the party. He was unaware of this. Jean-François Copé is going to target Sarkozy, said this headline, in order to, well, literally clean his honour. I suppose it's not idiomatic. In any case, Copé, when asked himself on radio this morning, would he attack Nicolas Sarkozy, said, would Napoleon have warned the Prussians about what he was going to do ahead of Austerlitz? He wouldn't have won otherwise. So essentially what Copé is saying there is we can expect Austerlitz this evening.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's going to be interesting. Fireworks, I suspect.
Okay. Well, next, are we heading into World War III? If you're reading some Russian media, you might think so.
That's right.
What's going on there?
This is an interesting piece in Libération, the left-leaning daily today. They've picked up a piece by AFP news agency. And so the tensions, in particular with the US, over what's happening in Aleppo, over the airstrikes, over the breakdown of talks between Washington and Moscow on the 3rd of October, are being depicted as very serious in the Russian media. If you look at Russia 24, they're reporting on anti-nuclear war shelters in Moscow. Fontanka news website in St. Petersburg is talking about possible bread rationing in preparation for a future war, even though the authorities have explained that there is an attempt to stabilise the price of flour. Right. On the radio, there is talk of civil defence exercises, building evacuations, fire drills. On the streets, you're seeing graffiti of a patriotic nature by pro-Putin artists, a group called SET, S-E-T, depicting Russian bears handing out bulletproof vests. On the main state broadcaster on the Sunday evening primetime show, the presenter was talking about Russian anti-aircraft missiles beating American warplanes. Essentially, if you're in Russia and exposed to the media, as most people are, you think World War III is on the way. Now, just very quickly, let's get to Mr. Dillon. There's some tweets online about it.
Right.
He deserves it, says one Twitter user, the greatest poet alive, greatest living poet. Another saying, longest running bet in history of Nobel Prize just got resolved. He wins it for literature and not for peace. And of course, a whole slew of lyrics for the times they are changing. Nobel Prize going to a singer-songwriter. And we'll finish with the front page of Libération for tomorrow. Not just the times they are changing, the Nobels, they are changing.
Indeed. Okay, James, thank you very much
Thanks
for
very
that. James Creedon with Media Watch.